In this video, I'm going to introduce you to an app called Explain Everything. This is an interactive screencasting whiteboard app that lets you create, annotate, animate, narrate, import, and share. To get started, you'll click on the download button. And as you can see, it's available for different systems: Apple, Android, Chrome, Windows. Currently, I am using the Windows app for my computer that I'm using right now. It's a touchscreen computer. And there are a couple of features, a couple of tools that are not available on Windows just yet. It will be available this coming fall, and that is the equation editor, and that's also the motion tool. So when you're ready, you'll click on the appropriate button and download the app. They also have various pricing points for the app. Currently, you get to start out on a 30-day free trial, which is what I'm using right now. So when you're ready, after you've done the free trial, if you like what you see, then you need to check out their pricing page. So I've already downloaded the app, so let's get started on using the app. So I'm going to open up Explain Everything. And as you can see, this is the home page. So first thing you would do is you would click on the plus sign to get started on a new project. Currently, I have a project already started. This is one that I downloaded from their Discover portal, and where I can actually then tweak and change and make my own. As you can see, there's an edit button. The edit button will allow you to edit your project. You can duplicate the project. If you are done with it and you don't want to save it any longer, you can trash it in the recycle bin, and this allows you to rename it. If you ever get stuck or have a question, you'll click on the question mark over here. They have a Facebook page and a frequently asked questions page. You can contact their support, and then it goes through like the home screen and the new projects and how to get started. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started here. One other thing, the telescope that you click on, that takes you to the staff page, where you can look at some of the staff pics of Explain Everything projects, and you can see that's how I got the tornado. So you can look through the staff pics, or you can go and search by a particular category. Once you find something you like, so let me click Elections in the United States. It will open it up for us, I think. And basically, it will run through the video, and there we go.
The presidential election.
It will run through. You can see that it's 7 slides. It's a minute and a half long. And if you like what you see, you can click on the Get button. And they'll have you create a Discover portal, which is the cloud where you can save your projects to. If you didn't want to save it to your local drive, or if you didn't want to save it to YouTube, you could create a Discover portal and save your projects that might be picked as a staff pick later on. But you click the Get button, you download the project, and you would get started. But I want to show you all how to create a project. So if I click on this icon, that takes me back to my home page. And if you click on the plus, you start with a color template: white background, black background, green, white. And they always start you with 3 colors. You can change those. So I'm going to click on the white background with the black, pink, and blue. It's initializing the project for us. And here is our workspace. You can see there's tools along the left-hand side along with your colors. There is the slide sorter at the bottom. You also have your recording at the bottom. And then over here in the bottom right-hand corner, This takes you back to the home page. This allows you to name your project, and you have to name it first before you can use the export button. Okay, not sure why there is a black dot already on there. This is your undo and redo button. If you ever get, do something you don't like. It always defaults to the hand tool, and the hand tool allows you to move objects around. Whether it's just a drawing, whether it's a text box, whether it's a shape, whether it's video or images that you've imported into your project, it allows you to move various things. So before we start on some of the tools, I want to just briefly say, why would you want to record your creation? You can create interactive lesson plans. You might create a tutorial for your student. You might have a struggling student that needs assistance. So here you can record your voice, you can draw, you can import files, but you're recording everything that occurs on the screen and your voice. So this would work for any subject area, especially I think in math and accounting courses. You would voice over whatever's on the screen. If you were to upload a Word if you uploaded a PDF document, any bold headings on your PDF document would make its own new slide. If you imported a PowerPoint, every PowerPoint slide becomes a new slide here on Explain Everything. And then you could do a voice over PowerPoint video. You could then incorporate images. You could add video. You could add a lot of things to your PowerPoint, and you're recording what you're seeing on the screen. If you were to add a video, you could turn the video sound down so that you could talk over the video. So let's say my students needed help with adding negative numbers. I might find a great video out there. I could turn the sound down and then record my own voiceover. So let's go through some of the tools. This is your drawing tool. Right now it's defaulted to black, so I'm using my finger and I'm typing the word hello. If you were using, an iPad, you could use your stylus too if you wanted a little bit more precision. You can change the color. If I did pink and say hello class. So that's your drawing tool. If you hit it a second time, you can change the tip of your pen and how thick you want the stroke. Here you have shapes. If you hit it a second time, you've got rectangle, ellipse, line, arrow, and star. So it's defaulted to an arrow, so I can move my arrow. Let me go back to shapes and do a star. Where's my star? There we go. So now as you can see, after you've typed things, it's gone back to the hand tool. So I could move the star away if I wanted to, but you have this inspector element where you see bring to front, bring forward. So if I click on the hello and bring forward, did you see now you can see hello? If I say send backwards, the star is in front. If I clicked on the star itself and not the text, just the star, backward, front. So your inspector element allows you to move things foreground and background. Under edit, you can set things as the whole entire background, rotate things, flip it left to right, stuff like that. A is your text editor box, so that's where you would type any text. And again, if you go back to the hand, you can click on any object and move it wherever you need it to. The plus sign is where you'll add images, photos, videos. I'm just going to add an image real quick, which is my slope graph, and I'm going to bring it, oops, not the class, I want to make it bigger, and now it's in front. So with my hand tool I can then move the star, I can move hello class, I can move the slope intercept form. You can move things wherever you need to. Now the X is where you will click on certain things, and once you do you'll see the little red X, and that will help you delete. This bullseye is your pointer, so if you ever have this hooked up to a projector, the little bullseye is following your mouse or your finger, and that is your laser pointer. Again, we talked about the inspector button, so like right now I'm going to move that to the back so that my arrow is now completely in front. This is your undo button, so you can keep undoing things. And this is your pan and zoom. Now down here, let's say I'm gonna use my, there's my X. I'm going to remove a couple of things here, and I want to move this just over here. That can stay up there. Okay. So if you click once, you select the color. If you click twice, you're always guaranteed 3 colors, but you can change them to whatever you want. And if you imported a PDF and you wanted to use a color and highlight some text in the PDF, you wanted it about 20 to 30%, transparency, so that you can highlight text and then still see the words. So you might actually have one slide as your title slide, and again, you're recording this right here. You hit the little red button and you record. And if you've got your mic here, if you hit this little button, that brings up your timeline. Okay, so you're recording all of these slides. First slide might be your title slide. The second slide, you've incorporated a PDF document, and then you're handwriting the answers and working out problems with your students. You might have incorporated a worksheet, and then you can use the drawing tool and shapes and work out that worksheet. When you are done with your project, you will actually hit this middle button, and that allows you to rename it. And I'm just going to call it a test and hit save. And it's saving my project. And then this button allows you to export it. And if you did record video, you can actually save it directly to YouTube, Dropbox. Local storage is your local device. Let's say you didn't do any recording, then you could save it as an image or a PDF, but you still have some examples of how you want to save it. But my thought is this: you've got drawings, you've got shapes, you've got text boxes, you've got animation, you are incorporating images and video, you can have as many slides going on, you're recording the whole entire project, it's a video project, and then you save it to YouTube and you can share it with your students. And again, you are explaining everything. You've got different modes of ways to explain the topic you're trying to get across to your students. So I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you found this app as a great tool for your students. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact OTC online at online@otc.edu. Thank you.